All right, live and direct. Live and direct here, y'all. Got a few things I want to talk about. Let me get to it. Wait till some people get up in here. Definitely talk about it. Shut alive, y'all. I wanted to speak on something uh, that was brought to my attention to this morning. I was tagged in a post about a situation, so I'm gonna speak on it. Let me go ahead and tag the people that I will be speaking on. Give them an opportunity to say what they have to say, but I'm gonna keep it all the way real about a situation and all the way 100. Let me uh let me tag them in here. So we can talk about it. Let me tag them in here so we can talk about it, y'all. All right. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull up the post that I was tagged in. Let some people let some more people get up in here. Let some people get up in here. All right, I got the post pulled up now. The post pulled up right here. All right, waiting on some people. Where the people at, y'all? Cause I got to get this out the way. I ain't even got no blacks or no Mickeys today. So this is all straightforward. I'm gonna give people some time to get up in here, y'all. So yeah, I was tagged in a post this morning, right, about some things that apparently someone had an issue with somebody, and they felt the need to do a post about it and tag several community people out here. Uh, and I know both parties involved. That's why I'm speaking on it. And I have spoken with both parties. One, the person who made the post, I spoke to him through a phone conversation. The other one just through inboxes. Um, so I'm gonna speak on it. I let them both know how I feel, and I'm gonna speak on it because I seen it's getting a lot of attention on not the person's personal page that they posted on, even though there are people speaking on it on his page, but he posted to whatever that news page is, that whatever news page it is, he posted the same post in there, which has garnered a lot of attention. So I said, let me go live and let me speak on it and speak what I feel about it. Uh, and I let them know. I let him know about it. What's up, Fifth? I talked to both of them. Um, well, I inboxed Zach, but I actually talked to Fonzo. So this morning, I'm gonna read the post. I'm gonna read the post that I was tagged in, and then I'll go over my thoughts about it. Uh, so this morning, there was a post made. So I'm reaching out as a very concerned parent. And if there are any other parents or people that care about kids, I hope you read this fully. It has been brought to my attention that Zach Husley has been reaching out to minors, specifically a 14-year-old girl, and trying to get them to protest at City Hall and make demands that are his own and not even the kids. I myself have participated in different actions throughout the state and even walked with my son in his school this last Tuesday. Many things can go wrong, so I walked with them the whole 8.5 miles to try and keep them safe. I listened to a 3-minute voicemail he left trying to convince her to get the group up to do an interview, but then mainly to go to City Hall to protest issues that I'm not even sure the kids are informed about. Now we can say, what do the kids know about ICE or immigration reform? My only thing is to say is right now, the youth all over the country are feeling some type of way, and this is their way of expressing that, or hey, maybe they just want to get out of school. But to try to coerce kids and then say he can even lead them sounds like uh, exploitation, and also extremely manufactured to favor him and whatever his motives are. So, as someone that has actually participated in many actions and as a parent, I'm concerned. I am reaching out publicly to see if there are any other families or kids that have or are experiencing this right now, and they might just be afraid to say something. If you read this far, please understand this isn't coming from a bad place, but as an advocate to at heart, I had to say something, and it only came on my radar because he messages one of my son's friends. If you all think it's okay for an adult to message minors and try to coerce them to protest on the adult's behalf, we are just different, or maybe I am wrong. I asked the community to reach out, and you can message me privately. There is another parent that is upset about this too, but for whatever reason, she isn't speaking on it yet. There are actual real messages, and I have screenshots and the voicemail. He was told to reach out to me, and he did not. We could have possibly figured this out privately, but that opportunity is now gone. There's a lot of stuff going on in our world today, and if we don't hold our community accountable, we are just contributing to the overall downfall of society. In no way was there any intention to target this person. He just happened to talk to the wrong kid, and it just happened to be somebody that will slash say slash do and act and take whatever consequences come with doing what's right. All right. So that's what the post that I woke up basically tagged in. Me knowing the person that he's talking about, I had a little more insight on it too, because this is very open ended. Like you saying, a adult talking to minors. Like one thing, Zach just turned 18 not too long ago. So, and he knows Zach he's because I talked to him. He said I don't know, he's 18 or 19. So he knew Zach's age, whereabouts. So he could have put that instead of just saying adult leaving likes. So, and I seen some of his comments and stuff. People was thinking you talking about somebody in their 30s or 40s. Zach has been a voice for the youth. So I think it would have went, let me see, Zach says. All right, I'm gonna read Zach's comment after I get through. Zach, for sure. Zach, I can send you a link if you want to come on, Zach. If you got time to pop in, I can send you my StreamYard link. Let me know. I'll send you, because I want to get your perspective on it. I want to let you speak. I'm gonna do that right now, matter of fact. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna send you the link so you can come up and you can speak for yourself, actually. All right, and then hopefully he comes in and he can speak for himself. Give me 1 minute. Let me pull up the invite guests. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, I'm back. Zach, I inbox you the link. Click that because I want to bring you up. And let me go ahead inbox Fonzo so he can come up after and give his part. So, but yeah, so I was tagged in that, you know, so me knowing both parties, you know, I gave my 2 cents on what I thought, you know, since I was tagged in it. I gave my 2 cents since I was. Oh, you with the kids? All right. Well, maybe later we can get you on later. So yeah, I gave my 2 cents on it because I felt like it was very like open-ended. Like it didn't give much details. And then too, some of the things after I reached out to Zach actually reached out to me. He sent me screenshots. Hold on, okay. We got Zach up in here.
Yeah, you know what? It was blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
So let me explain it, right? I have a following of 120,000+ people on just activities alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I get hundreds of people who reach out to me pretty much like on a weekly basis. Hundreds of people. A few things. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they've done. I don't know their age. I don't even know their names. A lot of them are profiles that you don't even know what they look like. So I have no clue who I'm talking to. But if someone reaches out to me first, talking about, hey, I'm a youth organizer. She said, hey, I'm a youth organizer, something along the line of I'm a youth organizer. We're basically wondering, can we get a post on Stocktivities? I'm like, hey, this is amazing. You guys are organizing in huge numbers. I mean, we see even right now as we're talking, there's kids out there organizing, which is amazing that they're exercising their right. And I'm like, you know what? This is amazing. I highlight youth. This is great. So I'm like, so she said,
it is amazing, but I don't condone them leaving school though. I mean, I don't really feel that, but sometimes protests have to be uncomfortable. You have to do something uncomfortable. Yeah, hold on. Go ahead. Explain. Hold on. Go ahead and talk to them. Let me get my door real quick. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah. So then in a voice message, I said, "Hey, it's good that you guys are organizing. But what I think would be even more effective is if we focus on a local level and go to City Hall. Bring all these kids that are protesting, bring them to City Hall, and tell the elected officials, why are you guys neglecting South Stockton? You have liquor stores in South Stockton all over the place, and smoke shops, and you have them right next to schools. Look at Edison High School. Look at it, and you guys are making not you, but people are making a big deal because I'm like, hey, we should bring all these young people to City Hall and focus on a local issue. I do respect their right, to exercise the right to protest. But it's so insane. It's so insane that people would think this is a joke. Like, are you being for real? But I told her in the voice message, I went on and on. I'm like, redlining, if you look at the maps from 1930s to the 1940s, the redlining neighborhoods, you have the red areas, East Stockton, South Stockton, all these areas with minorities and people who, for history, they've been affected as a negatively, even within government and all this. But if you look at the map from Stockton back in the 1930s of redlining, you have the red areas, which is like minorities, and they're in South Stockton, East Stockton. And then you look at where all the resources get transferred to in Stockton now, it's the same. The green areas, which is, I'm just gonna say it's the white areas, Brookside, Northside. They all get resources. South Stockton don't. So my point was like, kids are going to be, they're gonna have the consequence of everything. No matter what we do, all these protests, the decisions our city council makes, the decisions that our government makes, the young people of this city will have to deal with those decisions 10, 15, 20 years from now. So my voice message, which was like 2-3 minutes, I'm telling this person, by the way, I don't know what age she is, who she is, what even really she does, other than she's an organizer. I said, hey, if we can get all these young people who, by the way, are my age, There's 18 people. There's high schoolers who are 18 years old. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, if we can get these people down to City Hall, because I'm going to City Hall recently, and I'm like, where's all these young people? It's all old people. It's
Yeah.
all old. So I'm telling you, if we can get young people down there, that would be amazing. And then I wake up. I wake up this morning, and then I make a post. My uncle was killed like 12 years ago, so I make a post for him, put it online. We're trying to catch the person who did it, and I'm like, let's see how it's doing on Facebook. So I log on Facebook. First thing I see, Zach Holsey messaging minor. I'm like, okay, and then let me go into who this guy is. So then the lady that I was messaging, she responds to my voice message, says, hey, you know, it's a we love the request, or the collaboration request, but we're gonna have to decline because of this or that. Or I'd have to look at the messages. I sent you them.
Yeah, I sent them, and it seemed like somebody got in her ear because the energy changed between her prior messages. So so it lets me know she spoke with him, and then the energy changed. She was thankful, she was grateful at first, and then the energy kind of shifted too. And let me speak on that too, the age thing, because like I said, I didn't like how he just left it open-ended, but put an adult.
Misinformation, clearly.
Put an adult so people wouldn't know. I think people would have understood it more if he would have put an 18-year-old versus the word adult is a very wide range. So people are probably thinking he's talking about somebody 30 and 40 years old. People would be more understandable if they say, hey, this 18-year-old, he just turned 18. So let's say two 17-year-olds. You 17, your girlfriend 17. Just because you turn 18, you can't talk to your girlfriend no more. Like you've been a voice of these youth for the last few years. Like now that I turned 18, I can't speak to the youth anymore. People that reach out to me, it's kind of unfair. But to try to arrange a protest, maybe you might. It would be best to reach out to the parents.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
I have had. Because I'm a youth platform, and we support youth. Anything that we do, we get permission from the parents. And now you might say, well, why didn't you ask permission from these people? I've only sent 2 messages. I don't know who I'm talking to. So in order to get permission and understand who you are, you need.
But even like I said, she said reach out to him. That's not permission. He's not the parent. So I told him this. I said, if he had to reach out to anybody, it shouldn't be you. You're the parent.
And you're the parent. That's another thing. She said reach out to him. Now in my mind, I've met this guy before, like maybe once or twice. And the first time I met him, I was like 16 years old with my 13-year-old cousin. She was with me, and I went to this guy. I think someone had said, hey, you should meet this guy. So I went up to him, talked to him, introduced myself. I said, hey, you look kind of familiar. He said something along the lines of, you might have saw me You might have saw me in a porno. Now I'm like, okay. I'm looking at my cousin like, what? And then he's like, oh, I'm just joking. I'm like, okay. It's kind of weird. That's really weird. Now you accuse me of someone who's underage, which I don't know what age these people are. I have hundreds of people that message me back. I have to prioritize them than a lot of my friends. I message the people who want to buy ads, who want to do advocacy, promote, their younger siblings because they're doing good work. I'm prioritizing these messages.
Let me say this too. Another misinformation was you reached out to her.
I didn't.
You sent me the screenshots. It's clearly to me. I seen them. She reached out to you. Clearly. I think because you may have posted the protest in your stories.
Yeah.
She reached out to you and responded to that, right? That's what it looked like to me in the messages. So she was thanking you for sharing the stuff and letting you know she's an organizer on it. So that's misleading. And that's why when my comment on there, when he talking about voicemails and screenshots, I said, well, I would have to see and hear the voicemail for myself to have my own perception of was you doing anything out of malice or opportunistic type of stuff. Like I need to see that my own self. I can't just go off, you said this. and I'm glad I did, because as you
Yeah.
sent me the message, he sent me the messages too, but he only sent me your messages. You
Of course.
sent me
Yeah.
how the conversation started.
Well, I don't like to pick sides, so
Yeah.
I'll be more fair. And it's really weird, because you have a grown adult who's accusing me 18 years old of messaging someone who's more closer to my age than he is to all these younger people protesting. He said today, he posted, "I'll be out with the kids protesting." I'm like, you ain't even a student. Why are you protesting with kids and accusing me of doing the same thing you're doing? It doesn't make any sense. This guy's like 40 years old. By the way, selling Funko Pops. I used to collect those when I was like 12 or 11, which I'm sure the dude's cool, if you get to know him. I'm sure he does good stuff for the community. But when you attack a teenager like myself, who you will never catch me messaging minors in an inappropriate way, and he tries to frame it like that, it's honestly hilarious. When I was reading it, I was laughing. I was like, this guy is insane. Clearly never got to know me.
Yeah, I think the wording was very open ended.
And he can get sued if he doesn't take that down. I mean, I don't care. He can get sued. Really, defamation lawsuits, they're serious, and they're harder to win in California. But this dude really went out of line. And then I messaged him. I said something, not a big deal. I said, why are you making lies about me? And then he messaged this huge paragraph of, "You're in the wrong." I'm like, it is so insane. Anyone who sits down with both of us and hears our side of the story, you're gonna side with me, because I'm 18 years old. I'm closer in age than someone who I didn't even know what age they were.
Yeah, and like I said, you're a voice for the youth. So
of course,
you have to, sometimes you're gonna have to communicate with the youth.
And at the end of the day, even Jesus Christ was crucified, and he's perfect, right? So no matter what I do in life, as long as I know I come from a pure heart and I'm humble.
And you've been putting in the work. Like I said,
absolutely.
he's been heavy with the protests. He was protesting with us for the George Floyd. And then I think that got him into the, hey, I want to start helping out in protest. Then he started protesting with the no kids in cages. So he's been doing work in the protest.
But it's good, yeah.
But you have also been actually doing work in the communities, cleaning up the community, speaking for the youth. You've been putting in a lot of work. Like I said, I'm proud of you myself, because I've been watching you since you was like 15 years old. So I'm proud of. We need more young leaders like yourself.
And young people aren't going to be leaders if our adults judge and criticize them for things they're not doing. So if he is genuine about the community and about getting youth to become leaders, why are you attacking people who you don't even know? I hardly had a conversation with him, other than just that one incident, maybe another time or so. But it's like, if you want to build up the community, don't attack it. Don't attack it.
Don't attack our young leaders, our young future leaders. That's where, and he doesn't know you. And that's why when I talked to him, I was giving him, I said, I know this kid. Like, this kid is done good work. I said, I know he don't mean no malice or any of that towards any of what's going on. I said, he has a platform. Yeah. He was talking about content. I said, well, he's a content creator. I'm gonna get my content too. Like, right now, I took it upon myself. To me, this is content. I seen it getting traction on the page, the news page or whatever that page was. It's damn near 200 comments. I said, hey, let me get my content on this.
Must support me, actually.
Yeah. And a lot of people have your back, because it kind of backfired.
Because they know who I am. And I could really take this really far, and I can make this guy look really, really bad, because I got 120,000 people on Stocktivity.
Yeah. I told somebody I was talking about this morning about that. I said, man, with his platform, like, this ain't really,
I can get 2,000 likes easy with something like that. I could word it a certain way and this and that, but I'm not about tearing people down if they're about in the community. Now, if you're gonna attack me and keep it going, we could do lawsuits. We could put the real facts out there, instead of one-sided, misinformation. But it's so insane that I got into politics at 16. I confused it with public service. Now I'm like, okay, these politicians, they're not about helping the city, right? So then I realized that. Then I stepped back away from it, then I'm getting back into, hey, I could promote people, because when I was younger, the littlest promotion. I remember when ABC 10 went out there to highlight one of my trash cleanup. I was excited. So if we can highlight young people that are doing good things, then maybe it'll encourage them to do even more, or even you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it seems the message. It seemed like the young lady was excited that you posted their
Yeah.
protest.
I mean,
It is, because she know you have the big
all day.
following. Hell,
Yeah.
I was excited when Glockton, and even though that page promoted a lot of other stuff, but
Even
hey,
the
when
block
it
video
does,
I was
it
18.
does.
I'm sure he's a cool guy. Yeah.
RIP to Bo too.
Yeah.
But
Of
he
course.
posted my 150th celebration, my 200.
Okay.
I didn't interview you at, and hey, I felt like, hey, he got all these followers, good looking out. I appreciated it,
Yeah.
So
I can say, like, they, him and who he's working with, they randomly blocked me one day. I could now say, hey, why would you do this, do that, do that? I could be so negative, but instead, I'm even saying that guy promoted more of the community, more of what's in the community in the city, and the good works that's going on, than a lot of these so-called community leaders are doing. And it's so disheartening. It's so just fake to see that, and I'm referring as a general, over my last like 3 years doing community advocacy and stuff. I have saw so many like so-called leaders that people inbox me videos of them abusing their loved one. Hey, can you help me? He's got a police order that, or police report. He just went to jail, and I'm like, whoa, this guy's supposed to be a leader, and this happens so many times. And you've seen so many leaders that call themselves leaders get arrested for things that kind of in the background. And it's like, this city, what's wrong with all these so-called community leaders attacking people? I mean, and doing things behind the scenes. I'm like, this is so insane. So now I'm like, who do I even work with? Who is for the city? Who is for the city? So it's hard to say who is who and make that
because then you get attacked if you're working with somebody where you don't even know their background.
My intention is to help people. If you think of it any other way, I mean, cool, go ahead. I get people are making opinions about me now. Even right now as you're speaking, not because of this dude's post, but just because I'm stock activities and they see my content and stuff.
I seen you getting some backlash too for working with Jason. I seen some comments about that.
Look,
you're gonna get attacked if you work with people that some people don't like, or if you're doing a lot of good. And I get attacked all the time, but I'm still working on like learning to.
Yeah,
that's a part of the game.
Let me say
part of it. Like you blowing up, so everybody's not gonna like you. There's gonna be people trying to tear you down. People still try to tear LeBron James down. So if you can't react and be mad at certain people, they see you grinding. The devil sees you grinding and working, and there's gonna be people that try. Not saying that's what he's doing, because I know him personally, but I didn't agree with him posting that. Like I told him, this should have been a time as him considering himself a leader. He should have mentored you instead of trying to put you on blast. This should have been a teachable moment for you. And I told him
out to me before he posted it. I didn't get a message.
Yeah.
And then back, I want to talk about the Jason thing. People say you're paid by Jason to do this, do that. You work with Jason behind the scenes. I don't. And the reason that, and I like Jason. He's a really down-to-earth person, and he tells the truth about stuff. That doesn't mean I'm working behind the scenes and he's paying me to post this and this. And it's so crazy to see the accusations people make. But out of every candidate that I have worked for, I've worked for like 10 to 15 candidates across like my political journey or whatever. He has been the only person who has still kind of kept in touch with me over, not every day, not every week, like every other month or so. He'll send me messages. No one else has done that. And it's so crazy because I've knocked for one campaign 25% of the entire primary doors. They don't reach out to me. How you doing, Zach? They don't reach out to me at all. And it's so insane to see. Like I've worked, but tens of thousands of hours
It,
of my late childhood into these campaigns, and they don't keep in touch with me.
but Zach, let me tell you what it is.
Uh-huh.
All it is it's us that really care about Stockton, and we see you as the future leader in Stockton. That's why I reach out to you. That's why I show you love. I see you as a future leader out here because I love Stockton, and that's why I rock with Jason. That's why I rock with Jason because I know he truly loves Stockton.
And he does.
People don't make it. People don't make it out of Stockton and then come back and give back. That's something I would do personally, so I can't do nothing but respect that with Jason. But that's the reason why people look out for you. People show you love. Like every time I see you, I show you love. That's why I wanted to have you on my podcast. I said I wanted to get something for the youth. I had to have a youth voice in there. So my first people that I thought of was you and Malcolm. I said, they've been doing stuff. They've been doing stuff more so you because you're a little older than Malcolm. I said,
he'll be a leader for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
As he gets older.
Definitely for sure. That's why I hit both of you guys up to get you guys on, so the youth could have some type of voice. And I always been on that, but I've been getting more heavier on that now that Jason has been pushing the youth stuff. Since working with the I Am Ready initiative that Jason has started, I said, he's trying to get the youth involved. There was a lot of kids there, a lot of things for the youth, and trying to get them up, set the future up for us. So I just want you to know, man, certain people appreciate what you're doing, man. Don't let that get down. Don't let that get you down. I will speak to Lonzo a little later. I will have probably another episode when he get done with the protest with the kids. But I think I talked to him and he said more of so him being out there protesting with the kids is just making sure they're safe.
Look, I agree they need to be safe. If he wants to stop all this, we can stop it. If he wants to, do it again, I don't mind posting. I don't mind posting the truth of what the real reality of the situation is, because I'm not about manipulating facts and doing, what he did. But if he wants to squash this and, actually become a productive, and I'm sure he's productive, but actually, no, being productive you don't attack teenagers. You're not productive. That's counteractive. But if he wants to stop all this, we can stop all of it. I'm willing to have a conversation with him. But the lies have to stop.
Yeah, and that's where he should have went with it. Like, let me talk to the young man. Let me reach out to the young man. Maybe I can help him. Maybe we can help each other. You have a big platform. You can help what he's trying to do. Just like I told him by coming for you, I said, hey, Fonzo, like you doing these protests, you're selling merch. Like people can say you're doing this for make a profit. Yeah. But I know you're not, because I know your heart. But
I'm sure,
people can say that about you because they don't know your heart. So the same way as you attacking, I can't say he attacking you, but kind of putting you on blast type of stuff, trying to put you on blast.
No, he's attacking me, and it's really defamatory, and it honestly, I don't know why.
So you take it as an attack, because I'd rather refrain from attacking, because I don't think he said.
No, it's very attacking. It's very defamatory, and I'm not gonna let a grown adult walk on me like that. So
what do you feel like he attacked you with?
It's all lies. It's lies. Well,
yeah, you didn't contact her. That's a lie. She contacted you.
I didn't know she was 14. Didn't say. I mean, the whole thing is just riddled with misinformation
and I think you was, by you bringing up the liquor stores and stuff, I think you was just basically being a youth leader trying to educate. That's when reading into it, that's what I took that as. You were trying to educate. Hey, there's liquor stores basically on every block out south. There's hardly any out north. Like, we as the youth kind of need to speak on this issue too.
Yeah, and he said I was trying to talk to her about things that she don't even understand. Are you smart or no? Do I know what you know, Mac? No. Do I know what the lady knows? No. I don't know that she. In my mind, anyone knows about redlining. If you live in Stockton and you've studied the history of Stockton, you would know about redlining. Any organizer, especially, I don't know if she's 14. You know, I don't think they teach redlining. I've never got taught redlining in school.
Yeah, not at all. That's something you took upon yourself to know. So she may not know about that, but that's as I said, you're educating her.
I understand
she's
14. She might not know about the redlining history and stuff, but I know she's 14. So you can't say, oh, he's talking about things that the young people won't even understand. You said you're an organizer. If any organizer in Stockton, you have to understand what you're organizing, what community you're organizing with. That's basic. So, but again, she ended up being younger.
And I think you was trying to do a good deed because she reached out to you, and you have a big platform to help put their message out there. Also,
not anymore. Anymore, because it's just drama, and they're spinning it ways that it's not even going. How many people we have watching right now? They won't show me.
It's like 10.
10. Well, 10 people here now know the truth. Is what?
Oh no, it's gonna be. I get at least 2,000 or 3,000 views, everything, but it's early, so people come back and watch it later. It's definitely gonna put the message out there.
And to him, look, I understand. If you're a parent, why are you messaging my kid? I didn't know it was a kid or his son's kid or something. I don't know.
No, you didn't message his son. I guess his son's group of people. I think he said he heard about it from his son. I guess they got a group thing or something. So but yeah, but the whole reaching out to him, it still doesn't make up for the fact that you're trying to put it like he ain't reached out to the parent. You still not this girl's parent, so it's still contradicting the whole angle of it, because
we reach out, when we do things.
But he did hold on, he did say the parent didn't speak English, but be the translator then.
I've been in homes with undocumented immigrants, and I had a translator. The kid was a translator, and these are friends. And you can't make excuses for the loss in translation. I mean, I don't know who I'm talking to. Again, I have 120 growing followers on Stocktivities, the platforms alone. I don't know who I'm talking to. Okay, I don't know who I'm talking to at all. It could be, I don't know. For all I know, people who, they're out to hurt me. I don't know. I could be talking to anyone. I don't know who they are, and I'm not sitting there all day. Hey, how old are you? Hey, what is your name? Hey, how would you like to work?
So real quick, Jack, for the viewers, I'm gonna read the conversation between you and the young lady. Okay, I got the screenshots pulled up. So the initial message started from her. She said, "Yo, CMMS kids. What is CMMS? Was that school?
I don't even know."
Kids. I was one of the organizers. We noticed a lot of hate when we stopped outside Five Below to take a break. I wanted to say, and possibly at least get a response from y'all, that you guys will at least post or do something that explains it. She said, we walked from CMC, Trinity, 8 Mile, Bear Creek, then back to CMMS, which was almost 8 miles. We screamed our hearts out, protested with all our might, read out the articles. We were very well educated on this matter, organized it, and very well planned. We were responsible enough to give out free water, snacks, and fruits to students and people passing by. We stopped outside Five Below to take a break from walking and giving out necessities. I hope you guys respond. Thank you so much. We're grateful that we even got on y'all. I guess on y'all live.
Or on my platform.
On your platform, yeah. It's just as many people hating. It's just so many people hating without knowing anything. We out here making an effort, and it's just weird that they're bawling and still hating at their grown age. Thank you so much. I hope you guys understand. Much love and peace. God bless. And then you finally responded to her and you said, absolutely. I understand where you're coming from. People hate on me all day, laughing my ass off. As far as support, I'm willing to support you guys. If you want, I can stop by and interview some of you, and give you all a platform to voice your opinions. What you think? Thanks for exercising your right to protest.
Of course.
Nothing wrong with that, Tim. That's actually,
I'll get on the next set of messages. My phone's 10% or something like that. But if the issue is don't message my kid, whatever happened to parents monitoring their who their kid is messaging? Whatever happened to that? I think that should be a priority. Why isn't that being you know?
Exactly. I definitely feel that and understand that. I have stated that before. Like that one person, hey, I'm checking my kids. Y'all want social media? I need everybody's password. When I had my stepkids back in the day, I need everybody's password because I checked. As a parent, I checked. All right, let me finish it before your phone died. So then she responds, thank you. Absolutely. So much for having time to respond. Would it be an interview of the ones who planned it as well as if it is, we'd be so down. It's just a matter of time, date, and place. Still, we're so thrilled. So is capitalized. So is capitalized. Thrilled and grateful. Thank you, Stocktivities. So it sounds like she's very grateful and thankful that you're doing this. So how did somebody that's grateful for you doing this, how did this get turned around and spent? And then, but let me continue. So I guess you sent her a message. I can't hear the voice message, but then you said, I'd be down if you're free tomorrow. We can meet up and I'll ask you guys some questions, and preferably the organizers. Like, for example, if you organize it, then I'd have questions for you, because I think a lot of people are curious how these were organized and how students are showing up in lots of numbers. And I was even thinking, if you guys want to work more further, then just as interviews, we could also schedule something like, for example, next City Hall meeting. If we could get all the students that were showing up for the protest, the ones, because I know there's some that went just to skip school, and there's a lot of that are genuinely believe in the cause and that they're invested in it. But if we can get the kids and students to show up to City Hall on an agenda item, and mind you, City Hall is not during school. City Hall is not during school hours, so he's not telling them to skip school. It's at 6 p.m. Even if it's just not an agenda item. If it's just general public comments, if we could get all the students to the City Hall and organize that, I'll even help. I can spearhead it, and we could let the city council know that younger people of Stockton need more attention, and how the council are neglecting the needs that young people have. Let me see. Especially in red line neighborhoods. If you look at South Stockton, there are neighborhoods that since 1930s, since the 1940s, they have had resources stripped from them. They've had, a lot of these. If you look at the polls, they're all North Stockton. They're all out north. If you look at the liquor stores, they're all out south. And these are things that the City Hall needs to know that the youth will face the consequences for. Example, South Stockton is a lot of liquor stores. Their parks are terrible. The infrastructure is terrible. The asthma rates, the air quality is terrible. So I think if a lot of young people at City Hall let them know that they need to pay attention to the younger population than what they already do, and stop arguing on the city council too. I think that would be perfect. And like I said, I want to spearhead that. I wanted to help organize it. If you're down, I'm down. Let's do it. Let me know what you think. All right. So now here's where the energy seems to change from her being grateful to, she says, hey, Stocktivity, as much as we really appreciate the offer, protesting out City Hall, we are still kids at the end of the day. We're learning. We don't know. We're educated. we don't think we're educated as we seem. We just want to make an impact, awareness, and everything in between. We still are not ready for another one. It's too early on. We got too excited. I'm sincerely sorry for that. If you really want to make this happen, we sure do. But we just have a lot of doubts right now. Again, if you do, we need confirmation, and our doubts, questions, and confusion out the window. Please reach out to the user below, as he has our trust and everything we stand for. Thank you for your offer and amazing helps activities. Please send him a text when you have time if you really want to make this happen. And she tagged Fonzo. Thank you for the person. She tagged the person who put the post out about you. So clearly the energy switched because she must have spoke with him, and it switched from her being comfortable and okay with it to a whole nother thing. Even though it still was kind of confusing because she was like, "Hey, if you really want to make this happen, we sure do." So it's kind of confusing in what she's saying, but she's saying what Fonzo said, 14 years old. He's saying he didn't know she was 14. Does her page say her age on it? Usually on Instagram, it doesn't give the age.
I don't even go through the pages, but I did after the fact, and no, it didn't.
Where did anyone ask to talk to a parent? We close to the same age. How are you okay with this, bro? You still didn't ask him to talk to the parent. You sent her to tell him to talk to you. You can't give him parental permission. So you didn't tell her to say, "Hey man, tell him to talk to your parent." You told her to tell him to contact you. And you are not her parent, so you can't give him parental permission to do anything.
Oh, he's in here.
Yeah, and I know
her age.
14 years old, you got kids, bro.
I have.
Hold on. Let me finish real quick. First of all, he stated he didn't know she was 14.
I didn't know.
He didn't know she was 14. No age was stated in this. He didn't know she was 14. You keep putting that 14 in there like he knew her age. Like he just thought it was a kid reaching out to him, thanking him for posting this.
And I didn't reach out first.
And she reached out to him. So he didn't know the things. And if you were so concerned about parents, you would have told her to tell him to contact her parents, not you. You're not her parent though, bro. So it seemed like you wanted something to do with this or something. Why contact you if you can't give him parental permission? So why include yourself? And you told her this clearly. You told her, you had a talk with her and told her to tell him to contact me.
Why is it any difference if I go hang out or if I protest or interview the organizers of people who are close to my age, but he's out there with kids right now in Western Ranch protesting with kids who are 4, 5, 6 times younger than him? I don't know. It's kind of, or more than that. Something like that. But they're a lot younger. They're closer to my age for sure.
Fonzo, I said that earlier. You said they didn't know English. But be the translator. Be a translator. You know, you can translate.
My phone is going down real quick. Yeah, 2%. Let's see if I could get this charged. Again, was it Fonzo? I'm not. Hold on. I'm trying to charge my phone. If you understand where I'm coming from, I don't understand how it's confusing. I didn't know her age. I didn't reach out to her first. I have hundreds over since I started this, thousands of people have reached out to me. I don't know who these people are. There's been people who've threatened me or people who, hey, take this down. Why would you post this? Why would you post that? I still don't know who they are. There's been people who, the overall thing that I'm trying to say is, you can't expect me to know if they don't tell me. And my phone still isn't charging. It's 2%. But I mean, if you're willing to just let this, squash this, I mean, it's perfectly fine. If not, there's been a lot of defamatory.
We say y'all just want content.
We need the truth. there's been a lot of defamatory statements that have been released, and it's not okay. You're attacking an 18-year-old who is in a community. If you are about building a community up, why are you attacking me? It's so clear that I don't know who this person is, and you expect that I do. And it sucks that my phone's about to die because I really want to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be on for a minute. So if you want to charge it and come back on, because I definitely have some other things to say now. Alfonso's in here. Maybe he can come up. I don't know if he's still out there with the youth, but
just the drama, I could focus on better things. You know, we don't need drama. I think if he wants to organize the protests and stuff, have at it. You know, that's your saying of this is how you're standing up for the community. My way of standing up for the community is to support people who are young and who want to push the city forward. There's a barber who's 13 years old with permission from the parents. What do you mean just ask? I didn't even, okay. You know, I should probably log off this. Oh my gosh. But you posted all this defamatory stuff before I could even ask. And I didn't want to ask because, you know, last time I talked to you, it was just a bad taste. What was I saying? Yeah, we promoted this 13-year-old with permission from the parents, and that made him excited. That made him want to continue to become a barber, continue to pursue his goal. That is my goal. Help people who are young, who want to support even themselves. Even if they're in a profession or they want to get into a profession, if they're doing music, promote their music. That what makes them want to continue to give back to not just the community, but to themselves. To let
yeah, man,
themselves
want to
know
keep
that,
going.
hey, I'm doing good. Look, I got rec.
Oh, I think his phone died. He froze up. Charge your phone and click back on, Zach. You froze up. I guess your phone died. Hold on. All right, yeah. So it was good. That was a good conversation, man. But Fonzo, I don't know what you mean by just ask. What ask for a person's age? Like, you know, he's a youth, man. He just turned 18. You can't say, oh, he can't talk to the youth because you're 18 now, bro. He's been a youth for the leader. I wouldn't feel anything wrong of him speaking to my kids. Hell, I'm a football coach. We have a football group chat on the thing with the kids. I communicate with the kids. They my football kids. They my football team. Ain't no parents gave me permission. I got added. One of the kids, I guess, started the thing and added me on there. Hey, but we did that on 7-on-7 also. I said, hold on, don't put me in here. I got to speak to your parents. No, there's nothing inappropriate activities going on. So I don't feel like I need permission from the parents to be in this group thing with my football players. You know, so it's all about, you know, if you're doing stuff inappropriate. And I don't think there was anything inappropriate. Oh, he said, oh, we almost done. All right, yeah. Well, I'm gonna send you the link. Fonzo, I'm gonna send you the link so when you get done, you can hop on. Hold on. Real quick, y'all. Let me get the link. Invite guests, copy. Oh, let me send the link real quick. All right. So I'll send you the link. When you get done, you can hop on here. But yeah, I just don't think I think you kind of spent the narrative too much. First of all, you said you definitely gave a lot of misinformation. You said he reached out to her. He didn't reach out to her. Also, you could have put that he was 18. I'm only gonna do this for you. Yeah, yeah, but I'm saying the same things that other people have said. And I know you seen reading the comments, read the comments on that one page, that news page or whatever. By you just putting adult, that gave a wide range. When people hear adult contacting a minor, we think 30, 40 years old. It's a little different when you say, hey, somebody that just turned 18 in touch with a minor, like if you 17, if you and your girlfriend 17 and you turn 18, oh, you're an adult now. You can't talk, you can't be with your girlfriend no more because she's 17. Y'all both were just 17, but you turned 18 first. 9, 10 months later, she's gonna turn 18. So now that we're both not 17 no more, I'm 18 and you're 17, I can't talk to you no more. So that's the same with him. Now that he's been a youth leader, speaking to these youth for the last 3 or 4 years, now that he turned 18, he no longer could be a youth leader. He's still a teenager. So I just don't understand that. And we need young people like him. That's our future. Those are our future leaders. I bet you he's going to be somewhere on city council, maybe even mayor one day. Those are our future leaders that's starting early. We wasn't doing what he's doing when we was his age. We was ripping and running, worried about smoking and drinking. That's what we was doing. I was gang banging and shit. So I'm proud of the young man. I just don't know what was the post for to put him on blast. I just don't understand that. It wasn't that deep. Now, if it was something inappropriate, if he was saying something inappropriate to her, sexualizing or something like that, I would understand it. But if he's just saying, hey, I got a platform, if you guys want to do an interview, I can interview y'all. He's basically trying to help them push their message that they're trying to push. I don't see a big problem with having to put somebody on blast like that. And then you making it seem like he's this grown ass adult. The boy is young, man. The boy is a young 18. He ain't been 18 probably more than 6 months. So no, I don't think that. Like, instead too, if you're a leader, use this moment to mentor him. If you feel like he done something wrong, use that to mentor him, not to try to bring him down, because he has been in the community. Now, if he ain't been in the community, ain't been doing shit in the community, you would have a point. But the shit backfired on you because the people of the community know Zach has been in the community helping, doing trash pickups, speaking on different platforms. Zach has been doing a lot for the community. So that was kind of the wrong person to go for, because people know Zach. Zach has a huge following. People know Zach's heart. And that's the only reason why I commented on the post, because I know him and I don't know him to be nothing but a leader for the youth, which I have been knowing him to do that for the last 3.5 years since I have met him. So that's why I said, hey, I need to see the screenshots and probably hear the voicemail to have my own perception. Definitely with somebody that I know. And you sent the screenshots. You only sent what he said. You only sent what he said. You didn't send what she said. So to me, that's misleading too. Like, why not? If you're going to send the screenshots, send them all. Let me know how it all started. You can't crop out certain stuff. No, we need the full story. And that's why he sent me the full story of how it all started. Who inboxed who first? So, hey, he's saying I reached out to her, but here's what happened. She clearly reached out to me first. He ain't that older. They basically could have went to high school together. Their age ain't even that far apart. I don't think he had. Exactly, Rick. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He ain't that much older than them. He ain't that much older to him. But he's 18, bro. For you to be even putting an 18-year-old on blast is kind of crazy to me. Somebody that's the leader, a future leader of the community, somebody has been putting in community work out here. This ain't just some random 18-year-old that just came out of nowhere. No, he has put in the work. I seen him. When I go to community events and stuff, I see him. I see Zach at a lot of different things. I've been following Zach for the last 3 years. And like, I'm proud of him as a leader myself. I'm proud of him. And I didn't think, like I said, I thought this could have been more of a mentoring moment. Hey, for him, hey, bro, you 18 now, man. Maybe you want to reach out to parents now. This girl's only 14. Maybe you should reach out to her parents. That would have been the mentor moment for me. Not let me put you on blast. You know, let me put you on blast. Okay, click the link again, Zach. I can bring you back up. All you got to do is click that same link. It'll bring you back up. But yeah, I think that's definitely should have worked for a mentor moment with a young man like that. I don't think the putting them on blast kind of backfired, because I seen all the comments on that one page, and the people was like, hold on, no, we know Zach. Zach been putting in the community. Zach been doing a lot for the community. Zach, keep doing what you're doing. And they said, well, what's going on? Well, somebody took it upon themselves to definitely teaching moment for real. Yeah, because like when I did something, we was doing a commercial with my football team. And me, I'm 40. I was 43 back then. Okay, Zach, for sure. I did a commercial for my football team. Hey, one of the parents found out because their child was in it, and they didn't mess with the person who I was doing the commercial for. The parent hit me up like, hold on, Mac, what you doing? Don't have my kids in that. I don't mess with that person. You should have called the parents. And I said, you know what? I didn't think it was that big, but you're right. You're right. That was a teachable moment for me. Yeah, maybe I should have called. Maybe I should have got permission from the parents before I had my football team in a commercial or something that I don't know, the commercial never came out, but something that was advertised to be a commercial. Maybe I should have been more knowledgeable to say, hey, before I put these kids in a commercial, let me make sure it's okay with their family. And I'm 43, so I fucked up. So you think a young 18-year-old ain't gonna think, hey, I'm 18 now, I gotta contact the parents? Nah. And I'm seeing, and I'm sure he would understand now. I'm sure he would have took the advice, but he said he didn't reach out to you because he felt what you said to him. Now, did you say that? Now let's hold you accountable too. Did you give him a porn joke when he was 16, when he met you? We want to know that, because that is kind of weird. He said when he met you when he was 16 and with his 13-year-old cousin, he said, hey, you look familiar. And you said something about, oh, maybe you seen me in a porn. That's not appropriate to say to a kid. So that's not appropriate to say. And now he said that made him feel uncomfortable with even reaching out to you. So maybe that's why he didn't reach out to you. His prior interaction with you, you gave him an uncomfortable moment. So hey, I'm not gonna reach out to nobody who said some weird shit to me that made me uncomfortable. So he has a point there. If that's true, that's just what he said. But I don't know if you said it's true. I didn't see you deny it on the post either. So I don't know if it's true or not, but I seen him post about it, and you never said you didn't do that, or you didn't say that. You never denied it. So I don't know. But hopefully we can bring you on as soon as you get done. Zach Huxley, just keep doing you, my boy, with much is given, much is required. However, you will be attacked and under a bigger flashlight to try to jeer. You don't rather know. Yeah, and that's what I said too. That's exactly what I said, Mundo. Like, people are gonna come. You're building a name for yourself. People are gonna come try to tear that down. I just went through some shit where people was talking about canceling the Black and Mickey's podcast, tearing me down, and all that. So people are, when you building something, there are definitely going to be people trying to tear you down. You just got to keep doing what you're doing. You got to be ready for this. But I just, I want to get Fonzo's side too. I want to be fair. He said he's almost done with the rally. I mean, with the protests with the kids too. Yeah, and people could say, "Hey, why you out there with the kids? We don't like the kids. We don't like them leaving school protesting." Like, maybe you should be trying to talk to them and advocate that they wait till after school. You know, instead of, I understand yo saying that you out there with them to make sure they're safe. Okay, while you out there, maybe you should be trying to advocate to say, hey, next time, kids, let's wait till after school. Y'all don't got to cut school. Y'all don't got to do none of that. Or you just out there marching with them, or you come on, you got, take that opportunity to help lead them to better for the next time. So that, and some parents probably ain't comfortable with you out there leading the way. If you got adults out there helping lead the way, maybe it's making the kids think that's okay to do. And to a lot of parents, that's not okay to do. Now, I don't mind kids voicing their opinion. What I tell mine to leave school, I'm not sure. I ain't been in that situation, but I do know protests are meant to be uncomfortable. Protests are definitely meant to be uncomfortable. But adults do it. They leave work. They do strikes and leave work, but they are adults. But most parents feel like at no way point of time their kids should be cutting school or leaving school and protesting on the matters, because protesters are dangerous. So, yeah, we're going to wait till Fonzo get back on. I mean, yeah, we're going to wait till Fonzo get done, because he said he's out there with the kids protesting in Western Ranch. And because I want to get his side of his thoughts. Because if he don't understand, he's not trying to understand. Because there's been a lot of people speaking on this on the post. So, and if he don't understand, I'm going to look at it. There's more to it. There's some kind of underlining displeasure with Zach. If you're not understanding where he coming from with this, and he don't, like he said, he didn't know the girl's age. Secondly, that he's still a teenager. And he was only trying to help. He was only trying to give them a platform to be heard. Hell, I hit him up to post some shit. I know he got a huge platform. I hit him up to post some shit about what I got going. And he let me know how he feel about a certain situation, about certain somebody, and I couldn't do nothing but respect that. But I'm clearly I know anything I hit him up for, I'm sure he'll be willing to help. If I had a big message to push, I'm sure he'll be willing to help. But yeah, Zach, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Just take this as a learning lesson. Though I feel like you did nothing wrong, nothing that deep nothing that should be this deep to be getting plastered on Facebook. I don't think it was that deep, to be honest. You could have went about it a different way, but like you said, I'm not finna. If I have a platform that's not from my public page, it's just from a platform, you don't just instantly ask age. Hey, how old are you? But hey, could have been a 17-year-old, could have been an 18-year-old. For all there's 18-year-old high school people. There's people that's 17 in high school. For all it could have been one of them. But maybe next time, if one of the kids reach out to you about the protest, maybe next time say, hey, not even the age. Hey, are you a senior? Are you a junior? or something like that. Somewhere where we, where we know we real close in age. So it's all a teachable moment, man. And that's why I didn't like that it was put on blast. Like this was something like, man, take the time to mentor the young man. He's new. He's not really new to this, but he's new to this. He's new to this, and he's new to being an adult. He's very new to that. He ain't been 18 that long. Uh, but he started a good platform that he got going. He got something good going for himself. He said he got over 120,000 followers. That's a great job. I ain't got nowhere near that. I get a lot of views, but hey, and I've been working on my shit for 2 years. His shit only been up probably a year. But he's with the youth. The youth runs social media, so it's a lot easier too if I'm connecting with the youth. But yeah, he's just 18 though, man. He's just a young 18. But just by how you worded the whole thing, it just wasn't right, because you left it too open-ended. You left too much speculation. Like, hold on, he's saying adult. Like, what is he, 20, 29, 30? Is he in his 40s? Now, I think, and that might have been purposeful. You might have left out that he's his actual age purposefully. I don't know though. But where's that at? Let me see. All right. Yeah, but I'm trying to hold on until I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back on once Fonzo get there. I'm gonna go to the store. Now I need to get me a beer and a couple blacks and get me something to eat real quick. So I'll be back on in a few minutes, y'all. I'm gonna let Zach charge his phone. So at 3:00, I'll be back on at 3:00. All right. So I'm gonna come back on at 3:00. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, because I want to get Zach on again, and I want to get Fonzo. Maybe they can both discuss it, talk about it together, have them both on. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in Black and Mickey podcast. Holla at the Mac, and I swear I holla back. Give me 30 minutes.